because of that chaos. And can you please close the meeting today?
Sure, bhai, sure.
Okay, cool, great. So I'll be the anchor for today, okay? It's 8 o'clock. Can I start?
Yes, Abu, can you make me co-host? Can you make me co-host?
Yes, Jyotika, can you please make him co-host? Okay. So let me start the meeting now. Hello, hi everyone. First and foremost, a very happy Republic Day to all of us. And I'm really glad that it is a matter of coincidence that I'm wearing orange. You can see Mayank is wearing white. You can see Ritika, she is wearing green, and you can see Geeta ma'am also wearing green, and Timer Vignesh is wearing blue. So we will still consider that to be a part of India because India is a diversity. It's such a proud moment. And one of the things that we have today was the time when our constitution was framed or written. And that's what we are here for. Leaders are readers. And it gives me immense pleasure because this is something that we started more than 8 months ago. And the only objective was to encourage people to embrace the habit of reading. We are so proud that since then we have been moving very strong. And every time, one of the things that we always do is we come up with something new. We want to give chances to new people. When I say new people, today we have got somebody who is very close to my heart. And before I go ahead and talk about this particular person, let me quickly go ahead and tell you how this meeting is divided. The meeting has been divided into 4 parts. First and foremost, we have got the keynote address by Mayank Joshi, and then we have got book review by Geeta ma'am, and then we have got audience participation. I will be moderating the audience participation. And last but not the least, we have our upcoming keynote speaker, and that's going to be a surprise. To talk about Mayank Joshi, so first, let the keynote speaker come towards the end. Let me talk about the timer, Vignesh. Timer, Vignesh, and myself, we share a lot of things in common. First and foremost, one of our favorite players happens to be MS Dhoni. Another thing is, Vignesh also works for HR consultancy. Even I am part of the HR team. And the third one is, he is also fond and he also likes theater. So that's an amazing, amazing thing. So thank you so much, Vignesh, for picking up the role of a timer. The second person that we have is Geeta ma'am. A lot of things that we share, Geeta ma'am and myself. She has been a teacher for the past 25 years. And that's an amazing thing. And we all know Geeta ma'am. She is one of the veterans out here. And every time there is any kind of contest, when it comes to audience participation, Geeta ma'am is more or less the winner. So we have got Geeta ma'am as a book reviewer. We also would like to talk about Mayank Joshi, coming to Mayank Joshi, who is the keynote speaker. Now, I still remember Mayank Joshi from South Delhi Toastmasters. Mayank Joshi was one of those people who, for good 5 months or 6 months, never took a day off. So every Saturday, Mayank Joshi used to come. He's a very simple boy who does not have dimples. And he's very lively. And he is somebody who is going to mesmerize us with his theme. And his theme is Third Eye. So over to you, Mayank Joshi.
Okay, so hey everybody, my name is Mayank, and today we're gonna talk about third eye, the pineal gland. I think most of the people doesn't know about it. So before we're gonna start it, just let me give me some moments so I can show you one video so you can have an idea what I will be talking about. Just give me one moment.
Connecting link to throughout the world, there are ancient traditions that identify the center of the head as being synonymous with the center of the earth, the center of the universe, and the very center of creation itself. This center is often depicted as egg-shaped and is identified in some cultures as the third eye.
There are multiple cultures that point us in the same direction. The Hindus have it as the third eye, or the bindi. The Buddhists have the third eye on Buddha's forehead. We see symbology in Mesoamerica, which seems to symbolize the ability to contact and communicate with the higher spiritual realms using this secret symbol that is consistent throughout all the major world religions.
When you talk about the third eye, it's about enlightenment. It's about this connection to the great unknown or the force of the universe. We think that we are separated from the world, when in reality, we are all connected to every single object in the universe. And that inherently means that we are directly connected to every extraterrestrial being throughout the entire universe.
Is it possible that the cosmic egg isn't only a symbol for the universe, or how the universe was formed, but represents a connection that exists within each and every human to the cosmos, and possibly to extraterrestrial beings that came to Earth in the distant past? Ancient astronaut theorists point out that while the third eye has historically been considered a metaphor, there is an egg-shaped structure within the brain that is critical in defining what it means to be human: the thalamus. Shaped like two identical eggs, the thalamus lies at the center of the brain and is the hub responsible for relaying information from most of the sensory receptors. Scientists studying the effects of thalamic stimulation on comatose patients have recently suggested the thalamus might be the most important factor in human consciousness.
The thalamus is like a relay station in the brain. So,
could the thalamus be the physical representation? As incredible as this notion may
Okay, so now, Abu, you can hear me, right?
Yes, I can hear you. You can stop screen share so that we can see you as well.
Okay, so now I think you can see on the screen. So that is our brain, and I think, and that is a thalamus gland, and that is like the small egg, tiniest egg. This is our pineal gland, the third eye. So today we're gonna talk about this pineal gland. What are the possibilities, and when you open it, when you detoxify it, what powers you will get. And yes, so now I will stop screen here. Okay, so I think all of you got an idea about what is third eye, and what are the scientific fact about third eye. So so we have 7 chakras in our body. By the way, we have lakhs of chakras in our body, but 7 are the main chakras, and it is the 6 chakras of our body which is held here between your eyebrows. And before going forward, like how to activate it, how to detoxify it, and how to make it open, I'm gonna just tell you about a story about a guy from South India, Madhya Pradesh. So he born and brought up in Madhya Pradesh. His name was Ramanujam, and he was born in 1887. And he was living a very poor life, and he was not he was not able to read very well. I mean, he was great in math, but he was not great in other subjects. So what happened, and after that he got a job as a clerk in an office, and then suddenly, I don't know what happened, people were talking about him. People were started talking about, in our village there is a guy, he's the greatest mathematician. And when the news is spread all over the village, and people starting coming to him, and somebody told him, why don't you send a message to a professor which was in Cambridge University. His name was Hardy, G.H. Hardy. So he didn't wrote a letter, but he wrote of 150 theorems of geometry in that era. And when the guy that the professor got his theorems, he got shocked because he didn't expect from a young guy like Ramanujam. So Ramanujam, when he sent the letters to that guy, that Hardy, and he got very impressed, and he called him like, why don't you come here? And he invited him to the Cambridge University. And after he got there, the Hardy was so amazed, and he was like his child. He was assuming like his child, because a human brain takes time to give answer to every question. Like if I will give you a question, you will take a time and then you will give an answer. So our brain works like that. Our brain takes time, few times, some seconds, sometime minutes, it depends totally. But in Ramanujam case, it's totally different. Here you go, like here you give him a question, he comes with the answers. There is no space between the question and the answer. So there was an incident where all the professor took 6 hours to solve a problem, and he took even a second, even before the guy completed writing on the board a question, he just started answering the question. That made him so special, so supernatural, because everybody was amazed. How can he do that? Because so one thing was for sure, he was not using his mind, he was using something else. One thing for sure. So then he died in very early age because of he got lots of disease. So this is not a part we just gonna discuss about. So and then so we have lots of example like Ramanujam. We have example of Osho, a leader. So he's followed by lots of millions of peoples. We have Sadhguru. We have I'm just sharing about who has third eye or who had third eye. We have lots of example like Vivekananda. So third eye is like a will. It's also called a will, the Agya Chakra. If you activate your third eye, if you even not open, but if your third eye is even activate mode, you will have the leadership quality. You will lead, not you will lead by someone else. You will be not a slave to anyone, because you will have the will, the the power of Agya Chakra. So then, okay, so now I think we will move to next slide. I will show you next slide. Just give me a moment. Sorry for that. I don't know why it's taking so time. Okay, let me continue. So it's loading. I think so. In the next slide, we will discuss about how to. One second.
Sorry to interrupt, Mayank. Can you close your YouTube tab so that the bandwidth will move towards your this slide?
Okay.
Like if you're not going to show your YouTube, so you can use that bandwidth for your slides.
Okay, got it. I think I don't know what's happening today. So okay, let me tell you without slide. Okay, so we have okay, so let it be. I think I don't know, that's something wrong in my internet. So okay, so now I will gonna tell you about how to detoxify it, because I think all of lots of I think most of the people doesn't know about the detoxification. So how to detoxificate it, because our third eye is all covered with fluoride. It's like an egg is covered with outer layer. So all the third eye is covered with the fluoride, the you can say like a dust or like a dust particle. So where it comes from our water, it comes from our toothpaste, comes from our food like junk foods. So first we have to detoxify it, so then it will remove and it will clean, and then we have to, in the next step, we have to go for activating it or open it. So I think fluoride, how to detoxify it. So first, you in the first process, I think you need two things. One is turmeric, second is kumkum. Kumkum is a processed turmeric. It's 90% of turmeric and 5% of limestone. So you just need to, before going to bed, you just have to rub on your forehead all the turmeric, like wet turmeric, and you have to make big circle here in and around your third eye, and you have to lay down on your bed with a supported pillow, and you just have to concentrate on your that point, the sixth sense point, and you don't have to do anything. You just have to watch the process. You just have to aware what's happening inside, how the turmeric and kumkum is doing in your third eye. I think for if you are young, it will take 10 days. If you are in your 20s or 30s, it will take 15 to 20 days. If you are like in your 80s, if somebody's here in 80s, so it will take at least 1 month. So detoxify your eyes. And now it's detoxified, and then in the next step you have to open it. So there are lots of exercises available in internet. You can find how to open it. There is a Trataka, there is inner Trataka, there is outer Trataka. So I think so I think it's not opening. So we okay, maybe I can try to show you if I can. Okay, I don't know. Okay, so let it be. So you can find on internet, there will be lots of exercises about how to activate your third eye and how to do lots of exercises like Trataka. So Trataka is nothing, it's just sitting on like you can use your chair or something, like if you can sit on floor, and just you have to see the candle flame on your two eyes and wait for some minutes, and then after waiting it just totally depend on you how much time you can spend on the on seeing it, and then you have to close your eyes for some minutes, and then you have to imagine that light. You don't have to even imagine, it will appear in your inside between your third eye. I mean, it will become like, you have seen that when we go outside and when we come from our terrace or from outside, when we close our eyes, so there is some light here. So it's kind of like that. So you can do whatever method it's comfortable for you. You can chant a mantra, or maybe you can chant a affirmation, or maybe you can make your own affirmation. It totally depends on you. It's science. It's not like it's not related to any culture. So you can find this on every culture. You can find in American culture, Inca culture, Buddhism. You can find in Egyptian, the eyes of Horus, and yes, I think that I told you about pretty much. And next thing we have like what powers we will get after activating the third eye. So first thing, what it does, it's give you a awareness about yourself first. In the first time, you will get aware. You will not, like, if your body is saying I'm hungry, you will go to restaurant. No, you will have the power to control your body. That your body will not control you, you will control your body. Your third eye will control your body. Second thing, what you will get, I know it will sound so weird, or maybe it will sound like I'm bluffing, but it is my experience. I got to know about Toastmaster, South Delhi Toastmaster, because I was doing third eye meditation. I was attracting you guys. Because for where I live, but the friend I had, I did not imagine I will end up with South Delhi Toastmaster. I did not imagine it, because I didn't have good friends in that time. I didn't have that culture. I didn't have that type of friends. Even when I got to know about Toastmasters, I didn't have ability to speak English. I asked Nayan or Samir, is this an English institute? So I think third eye gave me lots of things, and because of it, I think I described I learned lots of things. It's like, some people says that law of attraction doesn't work. For some people it works, some people not work. So third eye also give you a perspective about third eye, or it will give you, faster perspective, and you will attract things more faster than before. If I talk about my experience, so it's so weird experience. I have lots of weird experience, like I know it will sound insane, but in that age, before joining Toastmaster, I was doing meditation like for 8 hours per day before joining Toastmaster, because I had some issues in my body. I had some issues. I was not able to leave my bed for 5 years. 5 years I was not able to leave my bed. And one priest came in my home and he gave me that initiation. He gave me that, like, you have to activate your third eye, because there are a negative energy in your body which is harming you. Because we have tried all the hospitals around India, and we have tried all the temples. I've been to all the temples in Delhi, in outside Delhi, in Rajasthan. I've been to a masjid for 7 8 months, and then I've been to a church. So I have tried all the things. And I was the same as I was before. Then a priest came into my home and he said that you have to do your own work. You have to activate it, because if you don't activate it for some time, you will be fine, and then you have to do your own. We can do for you, but if you do by your own, you will get out of it. So I think lots of people doesn't believe that there is an energy, or so I believe. I mean, we are the energy, we are not the body, so there is negative energy as well. So after that I started activating it, and then little by little, slowly by slowly, I started walking and talking, and then I got to know about Delhi Toastmasters. So I have tried all the things, but I think that gives me a prospect to my case was different. Because I had to do it, because I had no options, because everybody's like, we can't do anything. But I think that I don't want to share it, but I think my slides are not working, so I don't have anything to do. So okay, so maybe because my there is something in my internet. So and then I think I have, okay, so I will give you one example. If you rub a diamond with another diamond, the both diamond will be polished. So when you rub your third eye with your awareness, your third eye will be open. So you just have to close your eyes, and you have to aware that there is something here, and if you can imagine that somebody is rubbing your third eye with a stone, and the turmeric and the kumkum will open it from outside, and your awareness will open from inside. And with the both pull and push, your third eye will be awakened, and then you will hear a sound that flop. Sometime maybe when you are, maybe for some people, if you are detoxifying it, in that process it will be open. But for some people, I think it's depend on different people in different way. In some people, maybe you have to do something later, that you have to do Trataka, or there are lots of methods in lots of cultures, so you can choose anything else. So I think I don't have anything now. So let me okay, I can't share. So let me give the stage to the anchor of today's meeting, I think Abu.
Thank you so much, Mayank. That was really wonderful. I still remember Mayank Joshi. He deserves definitely a round of applause. I still remember Mayank Joshi. He had visited South Delhi Toastmasters most probably a year ago. I'm sure Param is going to echo to what I have to say. And he used to struggle to construct a sentence. And Mayank, you going ahead and speaking for 20 minutes, 25 minutes is actually an evidence that third eye exists. Sorry, I was saying third wife. So that doesn't exist, but third eye exists. Okay. So this is important. Okay, great. So people, we have got 5 more minutes. And if you have any questions regarding Mayank, he has done a detailed research. This is your chance to ask him a question. So do I have any volunteers who wants to ask a question to Mayank?
Hi,
Hi.
Hi, who is this?
Amelia,
Hey, hi, Amelia. Yes, Amelia.
your surprise guest.
No,
Okay.
Amelia, you can
I
have me,
joined
guess.
in
Please.
late. I joined in late because I was cooking my dinner and it's like too many things going on. I have a question. I never heard about third eye or never talked about it, and I missed out the session. Can Mayank give me one tip to awaken my third eye? And see, I'm a trainer, coach, and mentor, and I deal with people. I need to connect with people, but there's something within that I need to also explore myself. Will it help in that?
Yeah, totally. It will help you that. I think if I give you one tip, um, so I already shared. I think so. You just have to detoxify it. You have to put. You will have to do one exercise, that is, you have to take a turmeric. You have to put some water in it, and you have to apply the paste on your forehead. And if you, I mean, if you want to, if you don't want to, it's okay. You can go on YouTube, and then you can search for Trataka. There is candle meditation. You just have to put a candle, and you have to gauge the candle for some minutes. It's totally depend on you. So yeah, it would help
How
you.
many minutes I can start with?
You can start with 30 second, 1 minute. It totally depend on you. Nobody can, like, for me it's like I can do for 15 to 20 minutes. For in the starting, I started with 10 second or 15 seconds, so it's totally depend on
And what should my state of mind be, or what
you.
should I try to keep my state of
Nothing,
mind?
nothing. Meditation is all about awareness. Meditation is not about controlling your mind. If you're able to control your mind, that's mean you can control your heart. So nobody can't control their heart, though nobody can control their mind. You just have to gaze the candle, and just let it be. You can find the whole process in YouTube, I think, uh, how to do that. It's a
Okay.
very simple meditation, simple.
And how will it help me eventually if I increase my meditation time? And which is the best time? So I missed out and I'm asking those regular questions.
That's
Sorry.
good, because I'm so happy because you are asking me something. So yeah, so I think how it will help you. So if I tell you about the third eye, it's a gland, it's an organ. We have eyes, we have nose, we have ears. So it's an organ. So we have here between our eyebrows. So when you activate it, so now it is in deactivate mode. Why? Because we eat lots of junk food, fluoridated water, toothpaste, all have fluoride. So first you have to remove the fluoride. So I was telling about that turmeric process. You can do it on night, like just put the turmeric paste here, and just go for sleep, or like 42 minutes you can do for, like just concentrate here, like between your eyes. So it's a detoxification, it's a different thing. But if you want to skip it, it's totally fine. You just start for, like, direct from that uh, candle gazing, and it will increase your willpower, it will give you a leadership, and you will find the inner confidence from inside. So just let's I mean,
Mayank, gazing at the candle for how long? For how long, you said?
I mean, it's totally depend on you, because in the starting in the starting process, I think you have to do for. There is no time limit. I mean, it's totally depend on you. If you want to do for 1 second, it's totally fine. But day by day, you have to increase, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nobody can say that I can do for 5 or 3 or 1. So it is not only for third eye, it will help you on concentrating as well. Like somebody try to read the book, but he doesn't have the concentration power. It will give you concentration power as well. You
Okay.
just search on YouTube that Tratka.
Okay.
It's very simple.
I have one thing more connected with it, and I hope not taking others' chances. If others want to, they can definitely.
Vilya, just a small thing. You have exactly a minute.
Okay. So I want to know there's a therapy, Ayurveda therapy, where they drop the oil on this point. Is that the same thing that they try to do?
No, I don't remember. I know about that therapy. What they do, they place a vessel and they drop
Oil drops.
drop by drops that oil, that there is a oil. So that is different. That is for relaxation.
That's not for this. Okay.
But that why they put there, because there is when they that oils comes here, so you get some. I don't know about all the technicals about it, but yeah, it does something relaxing.
Related. I think it should be related.
Yeah, but you
feel
can
so.
find in every spa. This therapy is in every spa in Kerala, in Kerala, I think.
Kerala, yeah. Kerala Ayurveda's. Yeah.
Yeah, Kerala Ayurveda. I've been there, no, so that's why.
I just related to that because third eye is here.
Yes, for you maybe it's here. For me it's here. So it's totally depend on your body structure. So we can't say that somebody is here. Yeah.
Mayank, you were talking about 8 hours of meditation. Can you tell us how do you manage 8 hours of meditation? Don't you think like it's too much?
No, actually, I hadn't had any choices, because my whole body is like I didn't have to. I mean, my total my journey was depend on my body. I mean, if you don't have a good body, if you can't move without, like, and if you can't go outside your home, so I don't think there was anything. So I had to do it. I started from 5 minutes. I was having, because my whole spinal cord was stuck. I was not able to even sit for 5 minutes. I started from that position, and I end up with like 4 hours in the morning. I used to wake up at 4, and I used to do 4 to 8. And then in the meantime, because in Hindu tradition we have Brahma Muhurta, and then we have in the I mean, we have three time we can work it: morning, mid, in the afternoon, and then in the evening. So I did the three of them. So it took a long, I think more than 1 year, and then I was totally, and then I was totally fine without any medicine.
Sure.
Without.
I'm so sorry, Mayank. I have to interrupt. I'm so sorry. I have to interrupt because we have already exceeded 2 minutes. Thank you so much, Mayank. And Geeta ma'am, we'll definitely get back to you with this particular answer, because now it is your chance. So change is something that we all want to see, but change is something that you have to bring with you. This was said by DTC conductor. I'm just kidding. Change, as per Mahatma Gandhi, he has a different version of it. If you want to see the change, you have to be the change. Today, we have got somebody who is one of the most charming ladies of Leaders Are Leaders book club, because she happens to be somebody who brings so much of positive energy. And she has got stories because she's a teacher, and she has got her experience because she's been teaching for 25 years. And when she comes, she just blesses the entire thing. Ladies and gentlemen, it's such an honor to have Geeta Kashyap as our book reviewer. Who Moved My Cheese? Who Moved My Cheese? Geeta Kashyap.
Hello, everyone. Good evening. So I'm Geeta Kashyap, as already introduced. Today I'll be talking about the book Who Moved My Cheese by Dr. Spencer Johnson. Dr. Spencer Johnson was a medical professionist. He worked for a number of years as a physician, American physician, but then he gave up his medical profession and started writing books. And he wrote books on life. He loved writing books, and his books were very much appreciated by the public. He wrote this particular book, Who Moved My Cheese, in the year 1998. And it was translated in 47 languages and very much appreciated. Though it's a very thin book, it has a lot of messages. It has a lot of takeaways, full of treasure. Now, this particular book talks about 4 main characters. Now, first, before coming to the characters, let me tell you about the takeaways from this book. Number 1, it talks about the change, which is inevitable. We cannot get rid of the change. We all know that when the sooner we accept this fact, the better it is for all of us. Secondly, the fear that we have in our heart about the change is far greater than the change itself. Many people get so used to their comfort zone, they don't want to come out of it. And once they come out of it, they will realize how easy it is. It's not that difficult as they imagine. Lastly, don't take yourself too seriously. We must come out of it and then move on to new opportunities. So in this book, he talks about 4 characters, major 4 characters. 2 mice, that is Scurry and Sniff, and 2 tiny people, Hem and Haw. They all are in a maze. Maze represents the world. And as they are moving in the maze, they are looking for cheese. Cheese represents all the facilities that you have in your life, all the things that you desire in your life. For example, a good job, good relationship, a lot of money, good health. All these are the cheese according to the writer. So all 4 of them, they get into a particular cheese center, that is C, chamber C, and they love the cheese that they find there. They are all very comfortable and they're eating away the cheese, getting all the nutrition from that, and very, very happy with their life. But these 2 mice are very, very cautious. They're alert. They find out that something is missing. Slowly the cheese is decreasing, and that is why they want to, they are very, very alert, and the moment the cheese gets over, they are able to accept the change. They immediately scurry out and find a new chamber. They find cheese station N and find a lot of cheese there again. But the 2 tiny men, Hem and Haw, they are not able to accept the change. Because they were very comfortable in there and they were not bothered about the change at all. When they find that the cheese had vanished, they were very upset. They started using their brains. They started wondering why, how, where did my cheese go? Why, how did my cheese go? And they feel they belong to that chamber. The cheese belonged to them, possession, sense of possessionness was there, and they did not want to leave that chamber. Although there was no cheese left in the chamber, but they did not want to come out of that cheese. They started digging the walls. They started finding anywhere. They would come every day wearing their jogging shoes, go to the same chamber, but would find no cheese there. But they were not able to accept it very easily. Then Hem was still bothered about that particular chamber, whereas Haw decided to move on. He came out, he thought, let me try somewhere else. So he went out and he reached the same chamber, chamber N, cheese station N. He finds the 2 mice there, and then he finds a lot of cheese there. So once he makes up his mind, once he comes out of his shell, he finds a new change there, a new cheese there. Similarly, in our life, when we come out of the chain, we lose one job. When we go and move, we'll find a number of more opportunities. But the problem is that we don't leave our comfort zone. We don't want to come out of it. We curse the society. We curse everything around us. We keep blaming others for our situation, but we don't want to come out of that particular situation. Hem was not willing to come out. No matter what everybody said, he was too scared to come out. His mind was filled with fear. So what can be a better example than the year 2020? In the year 2020, we saw a number of changes. We had never expected this change in our life. Did any one of us expect this? No, not in my remotest of my dream did I think that we would be seeing all this, what we are seeing now. 2020 had taught us a number of things. So many people lost their lives. Many people lost their means of earning, their jobs. Many lost their near and dear ones. In spite of that, we had to keep going on. Some people were not able to adjust. We know all of us are aware of the fact how many people committed suicide, even the celebrities. Because they were not able to accept the change. That's why they gave away with their lives. Whereas there are so many others who learned from this. They were able to adjust with the change. They came out of this change even more experienced. They wanted to do something better. They realized that change is inevitable, so we have to learn from this change. They came out as better human beings. They learned that it is important to save our environment, to take care of our health, to take care of our relations. So after this, I just recommend this book for all of you. It's a small book, but you will really enjoy and you'll learn a lot from this book. Thank you. Over to you, Abu.
Thank you so much, Geeta ma'am. That was excellent. Who moved my cheese? Great news, people. After this session, we'll be sharing the PDF, so you can definitely go and enjoy the book. This book is definitely worth your read. I'm not sure if it has ever happened to you, wherein your mom has told you something and it came true. Has it ever happened? I still recently, I remember it was raining and I told my mom that I have to go to the gym, and she told me then don't go to the gym. It is raining, and the roads are slippery and there's risk. And I being me, I told my mom, risk hai to ishq hai. If there is risk, then there is love. I don't know why I said this. Scam 1992. Only to realize it was red light. I took a turn, and then I went straight. All cars, all bikes were stationed. I was number one. And then when I came back, I had a complete plaster in my hand. I came to plaster. And my mom, I'm sure this is something that everybody has experienced. She says that, did I tell you? Now, this is intuition, people. So today we are going to talk about intuition. Has it ever happened that you had an intuition about something and it really came true? So ladies and gentlemen, please go ahead and share your intuition. For that, you just have to pin your name on that WhatsApp group, on this particular group that we have, and magically I'll call your name. Okay? So let's see who is going to be the first contestant. So let me go ahead. I will go ahead and I'll pick the people who love me a lot and I love them a lot.
I missed out a question. Can you repeat, Abu, please?
Absolutely, absolutely. So Amelia, we are talking about intuition. Have you ever had an intuition that, I think that this is going to happen and it happened and you're like, this is amazing. Now that is also called third eye. The first person is somebody who I've started to admire a lot. This lady is like, she is considered to be one of the most proactive members. She's always one of my go-to members, and she's Shefali. Shefali, your 2 minutes starts now.
Thank you so much, Abu. So right now, when you were recounting that incident about your mother's intuition, so something hit my mind. And it was like, I have to share this with everyone. So this is also related to my mother's intuition. That turned out to be true. So I was doing my graduation. I was doing my engineering from a college in Delhi. So I had to go out with my friends, and it was not a very good day. I was a little sad about something going on, and I decided I'll just go with my friends and have some fun. So my mother told me that don't carry I got dressed and I felt happy now. I would have some kind of change in my life and get out of those things which are not working fine. So my mother told me to take care of my belongings. She told me specifically, why are you carrying a purse with you? Why are you wearing slacks? You're going to a crowded place like a not place, so you have to be really careful. I was new in Delhi, so that's why she was a little worried about me. So when I went to the Rajiv Chowk metro station, so I didn't realize my purse was with my friend, and there was a wallet in that purse. And when I came back from after having a lunch and everything, so I realized that the wallet is missing. So I don't know who stole the wallet from that purse, that bigger purse. Who took out the wallet? I didn't understand since it was with my friend. But we went back to CP. We tried to search if the wallet has fallen down but we couldn't find anything. So when I told my mother, she was like, "I told you don't carry a purse and don't carry things like that." So it was her intuition, and till date she reminds me of that sometimes. When although I am independent now and I take care of my things, but she reminds me of the intuition that that came true that day. So that was my story. Thanks, Abu.
Wow. Thank you so much, Shefali. I'm sure you must have. कहा था और मत सुनो, तुम लोग सुनोगे क्यों? मैं तो ऐसे ही बोलती हूँ. I'm sure these are some very standard punchlines of Indian moms. The next person that we have is this girl. I have to tell you, it was so nice to bump into her. You know, since the time I've bumped into her, every time I speak to her, she goes ahead and she opens my third eye. She's there telling you something that I don't know. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's such a proud moment for you to welcome Arushi Kapoor and she will be talking about her intuition. Arushi Kapoor. Arushi, you're not audible, dear. Arushi, you're not audible. Cool, cool. Thank you so much. So Arushi will wear her headphones. And in the meantime, we'll have somebody, the definition for this lady is a fiercely independent lady. That's how, whenever I look at this person, that's what, fiercely independent lady. It's Shweta Maheshwari. Shweta Maheshwari, intuition.
Thank you so much, Abu. So I had many incidents with me, but I'll share one of it. I remember almost 10 or 11 years back, I was in Surat and I've joined a school. And within 6 months, the things went very well in the school. But what happened, like since last 2 or 3 days, I was observing that my headmistress is observing me a lot. The principal is observing me a lot. They're coming into the classroom, checking my notebooks, what I'm doing, how I am moving, how I am signing the registers and all. Means my each and every movement was noticed. And everyone, each and every teacher was like, they have an eye on you, now you will be fired, or something like that is going to happen with you. But somewhere my intuition was saying that no, something good is going to happen. Trust me. I was saying these to my other colleagues, my teachers. And then what happened, one Saturday, they asked me to stay in the school after means dispersal, means let all the teachers to go, you have to stay. I asked it to my friends, means now what happened? Why they asked me to stay back? They were like, now we were telling you something bad is going to happen and you are going to get some letter or something like that. I said, no, not at all. This is not possible. Then the principal and the headmistress, they called me in the office and they broke a news that because headmistress is shifting to Mumbai, so we want to appoint you as the coordinator, as the headmistress of the school. So this was like amazing. My intuition spoke good to me. Yes, something good is going to happen to me. Whatever my teachers were saying, whatever other colleagues were saying, that was wrong. They were actually noticing something good in me, means how she is behaving in the school with the colleagues, how she's behaving. So this is what I was really happy to get this news. And yeah, within 3 or 4 months when she shifted, I worked there as the coordinator, the headmistress of primary section. Yes. This is what I can, where it was. Thank you.
Wow. That's an amazing thing, Shweta. And I'm sure every time teacher calls you, they call you and they promote you, And I'm sure this should be global. And every time anyone should be called, you should be promoted. Okay. Thank you so much. The next person is Arushi Kapoor. Arushi, the virtual stage is all yours.
Thank you, Abu. So I don't know whether to call this intuition or luck to begin with. But I remember this was our college days, so we were doing our BCom. And for one of the exams, my friend, she actually couldn't study because of various reasons. And before the exam, she calls me and tells me, can you give me 10 questions? I only have time to prepare those. And, I'm going to just prepare those and give the test tomorrow. Write the exam. And I did that. So I gave her 10 questions. And believe it or not, the exam was out of those questions, not all of them, but about 75 to 80% of the questions came from that. So we were talking after the exam, and after that, what happened, this became a ritual for her. So she would just ask me for 10 questions. And then, it so happened that at least 60 to 70% of the paper would end up coming from the questions we would decide a night before. So I don't know if it was intuition or not, but that was the last semester of our college. We couldn't even test it again. So, but I don't know whether to call this intuition or luck, but that's my story.
Wow, Arushi, next time I'll call you because, in my college, my teachers told me to learn those 10 questions and I flunked because of them. I can't even trust teachers these days. But Arushi, you are certainly somebody we can all look up to. Great job on that intuition part. Thank you. The next person that we have is, if you look at Instagram, and I'm not kidding you people, okay? If somebody can give competition to Neha Kakkar, if somebody can give competition to Amelia, Neha Kakkar and Amelia, they go hand in hand on Instagram. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm so honored to go ahead and give you our next speaker, and she's Amelia. We'll be talking about intuition. Amelia, the virtual stage is all yours.
Thank you so much, Abu. And I'm sure now Neha Kakkar would be jealous and kind of feeling insecure about her life as a professional. And yes, she should, because I'm there. Anyways, I want to share something about my intuition. What happened is, it was like very pampered girl, and nobody wanted me to work, nobody wanted me to go out of the house, just be there, maybe get married, have kids, and an ideal life of a woman. And I was the other way. I was kind of revolutionary, kind of what do you say, Rani of Jhansi, go against the norms types. So I started preparing for my interview. I was just a humanities student, so I thought, let me prepare little bit and look for the opportunities which are eligible for me. So of course the BPO was in boom; it was a new thing. So I thought, let me apply, and that can be one first stepping stone to my future success. Yes, I did prepare. I went for the interview. I had an intuition. I was so nervous. I had never ever faced an interview, never ever in school, college. It was just normal things that were happening. I was really, really upset as to, or rather, not butterflies in the stomach. I could not imagine. But I had one feeling, it will happen. I don't know why. Every time I used to feel nervous, while maybe walking, reaching there, anything, dressing up, anytime, I had just said, it will happen. But then again, nervous, happen. And I was just dwindling between these two words. And after an hour of grilling interview, yes, it did happen. And when I came back home, my mother was like, I could never ever see a parent so upset, so sad on somebody getting through an interview. She was like, what did you do? I didn't expect this. I was like, I got through an interview. I was like, I had that feeling I will get through. And everybody was telling me, no, it might be difficult. Don't lose heart. If something goes wrong, just don't give up. You have next steps, or you have more opportunities. Even the consultant was telling me, don't worry, we'll arrange more interviews for you. But then when I got the offer, it was like, yes, it happened. And now I'm not stopping. And then my parents were upset. So I remember that instance where everything inside me was nervous, but the one feeling was, yes, it will happen. So I would say that let's stick to those feelings always. Thank you.
Wow. Wow. What an amazing, amazing story. Thank you so much, Amelia. It's always so nice to have you. Last but not the least, we have got four ladies, and you have got four ladies. We'll give you one man who can give you competition, all the ladies. Ladies and gentlemen, I am so proud to welcome the next person who, more than intuition, believes in hard work. Paramjot Singh, intuition.
Thank you so much, Abu. I just want to share a story. Year back in March, when we came up with this idea of a book club, there is a LinkedIn post I've seen from our author Simon Sinek that you need to open a community club and I will answer your questions on a YouTube live. I shared that idea with the EC team. I told Abu that let's just open it and let's see what happens. So Abu know ups and downs of all the book club and all the crazy things which we went through when we started it. And there was an intuition in my heart that Simon going to answer one of our questions in the YouTube live. But as you know that we don't expect luck with us very much. But yes, we know what one thing at South Delhi, that we love to fail on the things while trying. So Abu told me, let's open it. Let's just try it. And we tried to approach Simon through email IDs. when he was live on YouTube, there were lakhs of people who were commenting, and he was picking some of those questions. He came for 6 weeks, like 1 week, second week, third week, 4 week, and in the fifth week, at night around 12:40, Simon really answered my question on a YouTube live while saying the name of our book club, that's Leaders Are Readers Book Club. That was a big moment for me. That was an amazing moment for me because I don't know, like it was like I have accomplished something. I know Abu is a very disciplined person. He wakes up at 5 a.m. or 6 a.m. I was not able to sleep that night. I messaged him that I want to talk to you the minute you wake up. I message every EC member that I'm getting crazy because I have a solid intuition that he was going to answer me, and he answered, and that was it. And I tell you, if there is an intuition in your heart, whenever you're doing something and you know that it is going to come, just believe in that. Sometimes it will happen. If not, just be ready to fail while trying. That is it. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Can I just say something very quickly?
Yes, Amelia.
It is so exciting. Okay, it so happened that if you know this channel, I'm forgetting the name. Oh God, I'll tell you later. There's a journalist who does live on Instagram, and I was so new to Insta, and I wanted to be in his live, talking to him directly because he belongs to my birthplace. We share the birthplace. And that day I was hoping, yes, it should happen, it should happen. The moment I sent him a request and he saw my name, Amicable Amelia, he was like, oh, this one I should call because she is so different. And I was like, yes.
Wow. That's amazing. And this is something which is very important, people. Please follow your gut feeling. You never know who's going to call you next. So that's amazing. On that note, it was a wonderful audience session. So sorry, Geeta ma'am, because of lack of time, we can't give you another chance. But you will definitely be there in our next list. Ritika, can I request you to please run the poll? And while Ritika is running the poll, I'll call Mayank. Mayank, if you can conclude and invite Shweta. Okay, Mayank, the virtual stage is all yours.
Okay. So welcome back, all of you guys. So so first I will discuss who is the winner of that task I have given on the WhatsApp group. So anybody has any guesses? No guesses? Okay. So I will reveal that. So Abu, you are the winner. Okay. So let me conclude there. So maybe you are like, you want to activate your third eye or not. It's totally depend on you. It's totally depend on yourself. But I think one thing we have to remember that maybe our destiny is decided by ourselves, but our step is deciding by God. So let's stick with God and just find His peace, love, and righteousness. And then, so now I will be introducing our next keynote speaker, which is Sweta Maheshwari. She's a writer, speaker, a life coach, and she has been working with Allen Career Institute. She loves reading, traveling, nature, blogging, spending time with her family. She believes in motto, involve to evolve. And she has written books like She Met Life, and that is a bestseller. And she has written another book that is Life at Crossroads. So let me welcome our next keynote speaker, Sweta Maheshwari.
Thank you, Mayank, for this beautiful introduction. But I believe that I'm attending the sessions of Readers Book Club for so long, I now don't need any introduction. But yeah, I would like to say in my next session, we will talk more about our decision-taking capabilities, how we take decisions, and what I believe, as it is said by Ratan J. Tata and as well as Robert Frost, the road not taken means it's not all about decisions. It's about making your decision the best for you. So this is what I'm going to come up with in my next session. And something is something I have involved all these things in my book as well, my upcoming book, Life at the Red Crossroads. And moreover, it is all about true life stories, means the people, the characters in the story are true. So how they made their decision the best for you, we'll find out, and we'll even have experiences from you all also, that how you take decision, and if you have taken a decision, how you make it the best for you. Over to you, Mayank.
Wow, that's amazing. Thank you so much, Shweta. We are super duper excited to attend your session, as always. The winner for the audience participation round is Paramjot. Okay, so great job, Param. The virtual stage is all yours now.
Thank you so much, Abu.
That was my intuition.
Thank you so much.
My
Amelia.
intuition too.
Thank you so much, Shweta. And thank you everybody who all had an intuition that I will win this. Thank you so much. So Mayank, I want to share something that I was just reminding what is a key takeaway of today's session. So I come up with two lines. I don't know where I have read or I have like written by my own. दुनिया में वो कुछ कर दिखलाते हैं जो दुनिया को भूलकर खुद को जीतना सिखाते हैं. I think today's session was about self-awareness. Today's session, you want to help people to find their own self while practicing this third eye concept. Thank you so much for such an insightful session and coming up with and sharing your thoughts with every one of us. Thank you so much, Mayank. Also, I would like to thank our book reviewer, Toastmaster Geeta. Always she comes up with the great stories. And what I really like about her, she share her personal notes on the story. Like sometimes people come with the book review, they only talk about author and what is there in the book. But she share her personal example. She relate us with 2020, which is the year which we are not going to forget. And thank you so much, Geeta ma'am, for coming up with such a beautiful story. I'm going to read this book again. It is my first book which I've read for the first time and I've completed it. It was an achievement in terms of my reading. Thank you so much. Also, I would like to thank our 11th hour officer, Toastmaster Abu Shadab, as an anchor, who is always amazing. He's also the event coordinator. He makes sure that everybody gathers on Tuesday 8 to 9 and make sure that everybody feel productive on every Tuesday by making sure the session is happening with the high energy and making sure that everybody is trying to participate in WhatsApp group also. Also, I would like to thank our timer, Vignesh, who's very vigilant, who's making sure that everything was happening as per time. I know we extended 2 minutes, but you are making sure that it is happening as liked by people. Thank you so much, Vignesh. Also, I would like to thank our Sergeant at Arms, Toastmaster Ritika Agarwal, who's there, who starts this meeting on time. I don't need to even do any follow-up. She said, I asked her and she said, it's done, Param. So that's the amazing thing about Toastmaster Ritika. I really want to learn a proactiveness from you. Thank you so much for being there. And to all the audience which is present here and loving this book club, like it's coming to, we are going to complete 1 year in March. And I hope till then we are going to have more such insightful session, more such lovely audience, and we add more people to this community called Leaders Are Readers Book Club. Now, before I end this meeting, I would also like to thank the PR person who take care of all the poster work and uploading on our social media platform, that is Toastmaster Jatin, who's our VP PR, and he is doing an amazing job on that. I would like to call everybody on camera so that we can capture this memory and make this meeting memorable for every one of us, and especially for Mayank and Geeta ma'am, because they have worked so hard to present some great ideas, some great insights from this meeting. So Geeta, so Mayank, any pose you want to suggest? Any signature move you want to suggest? Okay, can we do this?
Let's salute. It's Republic Day.
Oh yeah, great. Let's salute.
Done.
Thank you so much, Ritika. Thank you so much, everyone. Let's meet next next week, and next week there is a special person. I as Abu told that she don't need any introduction.